currently have 3 months worth of inventory sitting at my factory that I cannot bring to the US. I have maybe 2 months worth left in my warehouse in Minnesota, and when that's gone, I have no more revenue. I cannot pay my employees, I cannot pay my bills, I cannot pay the loans which I have leveraged my house against, so we could lose our house. I do not have the $230,000 that were just immediately dropped in front of me to get my products into the US. So I am asking, begging for support from both sides of both parties to support our small businesses and get rid of these tariffs on US-owned small businesses. It doesn't just affect me. When I go out of business, it affects all of those contractors that I pay to help me with my business, all those American-owned businesses, my trucking company that brings me my container, the bookkeepers and accountants and marketing teams that work with me. They now don't get to have the revenue they're getting from me, and I'm just one business that's at risk of going out of business. There are thousands of us. So this is hurting more than just people importing from China.
Did you see this video of this Trump supporter asking for help because his business is hurting under Trump's tariffs, and then he gets upset when the internet says, hey man, this is what you voted for? Listen.
All right, I hate asking for help. I'm not asking for any handouts, but I'm a small business owner that is directly being affected by the 104% tariff that has been put on China. I love this for you. I love this. Nice. I love this for you. I love to see you fail. I love to see your family be affected and hurt because you voted for Trump. Yeah, I voted for Trump. Absolutely. Did I know he was going to increase the tariffs? Yes, I did. However, I thought that the infrastructure would be set up prior for small business to come back to America and manufacture in America. So to wish ill on someone and to love the fact that they're suffering, to love the fact that their family is being negatively affected because I didn't vote the same way that you did is fucked up. It really is. It shouldn't matter. Anyone that enters my life, I'm going to judge you of who you are, how you are as a human being. Are you kind? Are you polite? Are you sincere? That's how I judge you, not who you voted for. I've got far left-leaning friends. I got far right-leaning friends. It doesn't matter to me.
But dude, you were the one that voted for this. This what's crazy about these Trump supporters is that they're acting like nobody told them who Trump was. You always knew who Trump was. You could try to make up these excuses like, oh, I thought he was going to do a much better job at implementing tariffs, which are a horrible idea to begin with. No, man, he's a horrible business owner. He's an idiot. He's a moron. He's a racist. He's a fascist. He's all those things that you voted for. And the only reason why you're having some kind of remorse is because you're hurting and your family's hurting. But do you have that same sentiment for the innocent families who are being hurt by Trump's mass deportations? No, it's only about you and how Trump is specifically hurting you.
I feel like the past 24 hours has just been a complete nightmare. 104% on imports coming from China. 104%. And that means my small business that I put everything into is fucking done. I quit my corporate job about 1.5 years ago to chase my dreams. I designed and launched a kids fitness brand, and it was going great. I paid fair wages. I built relationships. And then overnight, the cost just more than doubled. My margins were gone. You know, my business doesn't pay for a yacht or a private jet. It pays for our daughter's swim classes. It covers groceries. It helps with babysitters for date nights. This isn't just numbers on a policy sheet. It's real people, real jobs, real families. And now I'm back at square one.
This is for Donald Trump and anybody that loves tariffs. I use this rope right here, this Everbuilt rope that I get through Home Depot. Been using this rope since 2015. Right now I'm going through about 3 of those rolls a week. Those rolls currently cost me $184 at Home Depot, who gives only a military discount. Now, before Trump put the first tariffs in place, that roll of rope was $99. Now, thanks to Donald Trump and his tariff policy, this rope falls under HS code 5607 section 301. And guess what? As a small business owner, I'm a full-time firefighter who runs my bed swing business on my off days. Not so we can have a private yacht, not so we can drive expensive vehicles. My truck has 386,000 miles. My wife's vehicle cost us $19,000. Our side-by-side costs more money than Jen's Nissan Kicks. And you're running the price of goods up on our tariffs. Not to mention the fuel cost is crippling small business owners.
Tariffs were supposed to protect American businesses. So why are some small business owners saying they are paying a much higher price? Are these policies creating new opportunities or making it harder for businesses to survive? Let's watch more clips and we come back to separate politics from the facts.
I have watched my third video of YT people crying on this internet because they own Red Note and they've learned how expensive it is to be a racist corporation nation. That is what the US is. And all these people keep saying, one girl just said she got $450,000 worth of student loan debt to become a lawyer. And it costs like $800 to go to law school a year in China. A year, y'all. So let me give y'all a little bit of a history lesson for my YT people who are just awakening to the world that Black people have told y'all has existed since they so-called let us go, right? We have told you racism is expensive. It's so expensive because you guys used to have free college. Racism brought about college being the cost that it is. We could never get to free universal health care because Black people would receive it. Racism is expensive. You guys got rid of all of the free parks and pools and programs once the Civil Rights Act was passed. This was America's downfall. The Civil Rights Act. Being civil was y'all downfall. And y'all crying on the internet for what? We told you. You had to go to China. Your citizens, your fellow citizens, because you never paid attention and you never really saw us as fellow citizens. So you had to get somebody in China to tell you, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. This is unacceptable. You shouldn't accept it. You shouldn't tolerate it. No, you needed someone else to tell you.
This Trump supporter is finding out the hard way. Josh Smith runs Montana Knife Co. He voted for Trump, probably thinking that America First would help small manufacturers like him, but instead, he just got hit with a $77,000 tariff, just for buying a machine from Germany that he literally can't get in the US. He really thought the guy who's bankrupted multiple casinos was going to help him and his small business? What a moron. Only 2 companies in the world make a blade grinding machine that he needs, and they're both in Germany. Thanks to Trump's EU tariffs, Josh has to pay an extra 15%. But wait, it gets better. He used to buy his steel from a US-based company in New York, but that company went bankrupt, and now his steel comes from Sweden. And you guessed it, Trump slapped a tariff on that one too, to the tune of 50%, starting next year. Dang, Josh, you just can't stop winning. And to be honest, I thought this whole thing was about buying American first. Why aren't you just manufacturing the machine you need, Josh? Sounds pretty easy based off how Trump puts it. If Trump loved small businesses so much, then why is he putting in so many policies that make it harder to stay afloat? Seems to me like voting for the guy who's never had a successful business in his life isn't going to care about saving or helping yours.
Tariffs are designed to make imported goods more expensive, encouraging businesses to buy American-made products and invest in domestic manufacturing. Supporters argue that's how America protects jobs, strengthens national security, and reduces dependence on foreign countries like China. Critics point out that many small businesses rely on imported materials, parts, or inventory, meaning higher tariffs can raise operation costs and squeeze already tight profit margins. Some businesses can pass those costs onto the customers, while others simply can't, forcing them to absorb the losses or cut back on hiring and investment. The truth is, economics have long debated tariffs because they often create both winners and losers depending on the industry. Manufacturers competing with imports may benefit them, while retailers, importers, and businesses that depend on global supply chain may face higher costs. At the end of the day, every business owner wants the same thing: stable prices, predictable markets, and the freedom to grow without constant uncertainty. So what do you think? Do tariffs ultimately strengthen America's economy, or do the costs outweigh the benefit for small businesses? Share your thoughts in the comment respectfully, and before you go, do well to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next.